The HOKA Clifton is a legend, and the legend has changed. The Clifton 10 comes with a few noticeable changes compared to the Clifton 9 and the Clifton family in general. Is it still a Clifton? Is it good? Let's find out. Hey everyone, and welcome back on channel. My name is Alex with Meta Endurance, and in today's video we have the review of the HOKA Clifton 10. The Clifton is that reliable, sturdy daily trainer from HOKA. 10 iteration, this is the 10th version of the Clifton. It has changed quite a bit, and without no further ado, let's go directly into the specs. We have 42 millimeters of stack height in the heel, 34 in the forefoot for that 8 millimeters drop. Yes, the Clifton moved from 5 millimeters up to 8 millimeters of drop, which I can agree is a major change for the Clifton. I know many Clifton loyalists are now confused. They don't really know if this is a Clifton anymore, and I'll try to address this question among others. 150 euros, $150 is the Clifton price point. I think it's a fair and reasonable price point, and we'll come back to that when assessing the value. The weight in my size US 11, EU 45 1/3, because with HOKA it's a game of thirds, is 300 grams, which is a smidge more than the Clifton 9 in my size, but a reasonable weight in my opinion for a daily trainer. The upper of the shoe is a jacquard mesh. I like it. It's simple. It's just what you would expect from an upper at this price point. I really do like the heel construction and the heel feel. It is soft, it is plush, it is a good lockdown, and overall this upper is for me a smart, well-executed upper without anything fancy. It doesn't have any crazy material, it doesn't have any crazy feature. It is just a well-executed upper on this Clifton 10. The tongue is not gusseted, it is nicely padded at the top, the heel counter is really stout and sturdy, the insole is removable, and the shoe fits true to size. Careful with the width of the shoe, it can be a bit narrow for some people, especially in the midfoot. There is a wide option that HOKA offers, and if you feel that HOKA shoes have always been a narrow fit for you, then you might want to consider the wide option. Looking at the midsole, we have a compression molded EVA that I think is, just what you would expect from a shoe like the Clifton in 2025. Meaning, yes, it's still EVA, it doesn't have the bells and whistles of TPU, TPE, PBA and such, but it is a reliable, good, well-manufactured EVA that I feel is a bit softer once broken in, because there is a break-in period of 35, 40 kilometers. When broken in, this EVA midsole is very pleasant and offers exactly what you would expect. Something that is reliable, that will last forever or for a long period of time at least, and that comes at a cheap price. Is it fun? Is it fancy? No, it's EVA. It doesn't have the bounciness, it doesn't have the energy return, it doesn't have the compression of some other foams. It's not exactly the same cooking, but I would compare it with something like the Max 6 from HOKA, CM EVA as well, nothing fancy. But the Max 6 is a great shoe, and this is pretty much what the HOKA Clifton 10 is doing. It has an EVA midsole that could be boring, but is actually nice, and it works well. 8 millimeters drop, does it change anything from previous Clifton shoes? Yes, it does. You do feel like it's pushing you more towards your forefoot. For people who enjoy the 5 millimeters drop, you should go check another shoe from HOKA or from another manufacturer, because the Clifton 10 will not offer you the same ride as the Clifton in the past with that traditional 5 millimeters drop. Is it a good thing? For me, for my preferences, yes, I do prefer the Clifton like this. This 8 millimeters doesn't quite feel like 8, it feels like a bit less. And I'm a midfoot to heel striker somewhere here. I like to kind of put some weight. I'm a stride runner, so I put a bit more weight. I compress the shoe a bit more, and dynamically I end up with a drop that is probably more around that 6 millimeters with the shoe. But 6 millimeters that have an incentive to move forward and to put me on my toes, which I enjoy. I did everything with this shoe, from half an hour recovery jogs up to 400 meter intervals on the track. It works well for everything. This is exactly what someone would need if they wanted an all-rounder in their rotation, that one shoe that can do everything, or even just a one shoe rotation. The one shoe that you use for running on a daily basis can be the Clifton 10. It will take you from your, sluggish, very slow paced recovery runs up to your tempo, up tempo, interval sessions, and for €150, $150, this is exactly what you want. No, it's not distinguished enough, it's not differentiating enough different training regimen, and you will probably be a bit bored at some point at faster paces with the shoe. You will probably seek a bit more comfort at lower paces, but it can cover everything. And to be honest, I really like it. You probably can tell from everything I said so far. But there's nothing wrong about the shoe. There's nothing fancy, no bells and whistles like I said, but there's also nothing wrong. And for that price point, I would encourage you to go try it out. Give it a bit of time. It has a break-in period of 30, 40 kilometers, depending probably also on the way you run and your body weight. I broke it in after 30, 35 kilometers, and now I am grabbing it quite often, as you can tell, based on how dirty it is. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed this review. Thanks a lot for watching. Enjoy your run today. Enjoy your ride. Go beyond the limits. And let's link to the review of the Hoka Cielo X1, because there's the version 2 coming soon. So yeah, it's a good refresher. Thanks for watching.